Hello. So in the previous video, I stated that we would be deploying this application onto Heroku Cloud. This application uses IBM Watson service, and then it is an auto AI experiment which is running at the background, and we are hitting the input to this URL, which we got it from the IBM Watson service. That is from this one. That is, we got it from this one. So for every user we get every user gets this as a unique one, so kindly follow the steps and procedures which were mentioned in the previous video. So now for deploying this application on Heroku, as this is a Streamlit app, we would be requiring 3 extra files here. One is the proc file. Proc file is the one which guides the Heroku from where the execution of the entire project must start from. So it's a web based application, so that is why it's known as web. And then sh is nothing but a shell, and there is a shell file which is known as a setup.sh file, which I will say, and then and it's this logical and then streamlit run app.py. So basically it says that, hey Heroku Cloud, just this is a web-based application. So this proc file is saying to the Heroku Cloud service that, hey, this is a web-based application which is having a setup file, so kindly go through that setup file first and then do all the build over there first. Once the build over setup file is done, then go for the streamlit run app.py. That means you have installed all your dependencies, and then now you are all ready to run the application on your cloud machine. So this is what this proc file is all about. It just gives the starting instruction to the Heroku Cloud computing engine, stating that you have to start from this setup file, and then after setting all the instructions, downloading all the packages from the setup file, you have to run the Streamlit app. So we have this requirements.txt which says that what all kind of requirements are required in order to what are all the packages which we used in this app.py. So if we just without writing the requirements, if we just import this will be a build error. So we have to make sure that we are using this. Basically we are not using anywhere numpy and pandas, so it is not required. I just wrote it for in case if we need some kind of help from these packages, but you can ignore them. Yep, you have to mention requests here. I didn't mention the request in the requirement.txt, so we have to mention requests, otherwise it would not get installed. So request is a very important library here, and we have to save this, and requests is done. So we have Streamlit, sklearn, IBM Watson and requests. So we're already with the requirements.txt file, and then in the setup.sh file, which is a shell file, we make all this make directory. This is all Linux commands. If you're interested into it, you can simply browse on internet and you get all the requirements or all the commands which you need to kind of integrate into your Streamlit app. So these all you will get on the internet. No need to learn all these commands. They are different commands. Sometimes some commands work, sometimes some commands don't work. So this setup.sh file works always for me, so I prefer to use this. Then we are all set. Now we need to open our Heroku account and start making the builds here. So how to open the Heroku? If you're new to Heroku account, just hit up, if you're having an account in Heroku Cloud, just hit on your email address and password and then hit login. If you are new, then hit on sign up, and then this will be redirected you to the sign up page where you can give your credentials and then create a free account. It will ask for email verification. A link would be sent over there. You can verify your email and then everything's set up. So once if you fill in the credentials and everything is all set, the portfolio would look like something like this. So now over here, as I'm having one service already running, we can run 4 services on Heroku Cloud for free. If you're out of it, then if you're trying to deploy more than 4, then you have to purchase the premium pack, or you can delete any one of them so that you can make it out 4. So now here I will hit on create new and then create new app. I will give the app name as advertisement classification. I have given this name. This name is available, so it showed me this. Sometimes the names are not available. It says that please select another name. This is the user has to take care of. Then hit create app. Once create app is done, yep, so we now head on to the deploy page. Over here we can use command line interface of Heroku, or we can use GitHub, or we can use container registry. For Streamlit apps, I personally use the command line interface because I have this shell script which has to be executed. So I feel better like if I use a command line interface, I will be in short of errors. You can even use GitHub. It's not a thumb rule that you have to always use CLI. You can use GitHub as well. But I am used to use CLI, so I'm using CLI here. So first, if your machine is having CLI or not, you can just check it like this. Click on Heroku and then hit enter. If you get something like this, that means the CLI is there. That means the CLI is installed in your machine. If it's not, then you can simply hit on Heroku CLI and then install the command line interface software from here. You can just based on your machine. If it's a 64-bit machine, hit 64-bit. If it's 32-bit machine, hit 32-bit. If you're using on Ubuntu 16, you can follow this code, and everything is self-explanatory. In this, they have explained it very good, in a very good manner. So now we have to simply copy all this code and then paste it on this terminal, because I have Heroku. So now just press any key, you'll be redirected, and this will be opening, and then simply hit login. So once you hit login, it shows a message that okay, so and so email ID is logged in. Now what we need to do is we need to copy the text here, commands here. So basically don't copy the first command because you're already inside a directory, so better avoid the first. Git init is nothing but initializing an empty repository. You see that when you initialize this, everything becomes green. That means the branch has now become master. Initially it was not master, now it became master. Okay, then hit Heroku get remote, copy this, paste, enter. It creates a git object. Copy, enter, copy, enter. Everything is now set. Now only one command is left. This will just push your repository to Heroku cloud. Simply git push Heroku master. It's importing all the dependencies which we mentioned in the requirements. See, installing requirements with pip. So this will take a little bit time, but that's fine. Yep, everything seems to be installed. Installing collected packages. Just 2 minutes, hardly 2 minutes, then the deployment will be done. Heroku cloud provides a fast deployment, maybe because we are using a very as we are using IBM Watson service. The model is deployed on IBM Watson and it takes a little bit time because we are making asynchronous requests here, so that is the reason. One thing to notice, very important thing to notice, this IBM Watson thing is temporary. So maybe if you are able to access your machine learning instances for almost like 5 to 6 days, but after 7 days there might be a possibility that your Watson service has been crashed. The Watson service crashes because IBM asks for credit information. As I already mentioned in the starting video, that free trial is only available for 30 days, and then after that you have to pay bucks for IBM so that your services run on. So that is a little bit of negative side of them, and obviously they make business out of it, so you have to be they also have their own ideology into it. So no worries if you want, if your system is getting down, what you just need to do is, in that case, you create another machine learning and you create another Watson account. Okay, follow the same procedure which I described in the other videos, and then the changes would be just in API key and the API key and this thing, the URL. These things will be changed, other things will be remaining the same. So now what you have to do is, you have to update in this app.py, and then there is one command on Heroku which is over here, and follow the same kind of approach, and I think it would be all it. So yep, we see that this is being released here. So let's just open this. Yep, so a Streamlit app is getting opened and is into production. Great. So now you can hit on settings, and you can change it to black mode or dark mode, whatever kind of mode you are willing to, and then just hit enter your credentials, and that's it. It would be all. I would be filling in some details. Enter your age. Let my age be 35. Area of income is this thing. Copy, paste. Daily internet use 256.09. Copy, paste. The tagline of the advertisement, copy, paste. City, copy, paste. And gender is female, because over here 0 represents female and 1 represents male. Tunisia, copy and paste. Timestamp was not required that much. You could have omitted this in the IBM Watson thing, but it's fine. Paste, and then when you hit predict, yep, we get the result as based on the above factors the user did not view the advertisement. So it's working completely fine, and this is how we deploy, this is how we make a blend of IBM Watson service and Heroku Cloud and deploy on the Heroku. And this is a very simple, short and sweet supervised learning application, and it's very simple to deploy everything once everything is very clear under this.